In today's video, we return to a pastry first uncovered in the previous episode. During my first year of prospecting this stretch of river, I unknowingly passed right over gold-rich deposits, but with more experience and time on my hands, I returned to continue testing this spot. But time isn't on my side. On my previous trip, I had got a small taste of what's to come. All summer, I had heard rumors of big storms coming this winter, and with that on my mind, every trip counted. But as I continued working this stretch of river, I had stumbled onto something unexpected. As I was chasing gold-filled overburden sitting on bedrock, something strange began to reveal itself. A massive gash carved directly into the bedrock. This cut is deep, sharp, and almost looked man-made. The more I dug, the more questions started to form. In certain sections of this river, these bedrock cuts plunge more than 20 feet straight down, and what lies at the bottom is completely unknown to me. I can't imagine how formations like this are created, and didn't know if reaching the bottom is even possible. So today I set my sights on uncovering the truth. Will my efforts pay off, or will the river keep its secrets buried? Alright, good morning guys. Welcome back to another video. We are back out in the California Motherlode. We are back chasing some gold today. So we are going to be continuing from the last couple of videos. And I was kind of hoping to find a new spot yesterday, but a couple of thunderstorms rolled in and it completely changed my game plan. So yesterday I was planning on working the spot above my dam, which is a great idea. The only problem is I think we're gonna remove this thing today and actually work underneath it and work our way up, because I know there's some really good gold under that dam right on that outer wing right here. So here's the plan. I really want to find a place to put up my sluice so I could just dig and dump and not have to worry about handing all the material, because we're getting into the point where it's getting too deep and too much material to actually do anything. So what I might do is first set up the sluice and run a bunch of this material. There's a big old hole or a gash over here. The bedrock, it looks pretty shallow, but every once in a while you find this gash that just goes down 10-15 feet. And I've never actually got down to one of those. So for now, we're gonna start removing this. We might try to set up the sluice down here somewhere. I really don't know how we're gonna do it, but that's the goal, is to try to set it up. Maybe I will take a lot of those rocks down so the water's flowing a little faster right here, and we'll put some rocks here to see if we can't set up a little rock wall and maybe a wing over here to catch the water and bring it this way. So that'll probably be the goal. I don't know if it's gonna be possible, but let's go ahead and try. All right, we gotta set up the best we can for now. I'm gonna take some test pans out of here and just try. We're probably going to go unclassified for a while, but if it's not working, I will go to classified. I have a spot right there to set up the bucket. And then we do have to take down this dam. The only problem is taking down the dam will cause problems with the sluice. They'll probably raise the water, which is good. I can mess with the sluice more, but for now, let's try right here. We got some good material. Seems like it's running right, but we'll see. Let's run a lot more material, see if we don't see some good. I am seeing a little bit of gold, nothing big, which in these gashes I do notice a lot of smaller stuff. So I won't be surprised if it's mostly micro gold today, but maybe we'll continue the pasting. Now I know working this gash is not going to be my ticket to getting a lot of gold today. I know I have much richer ground if I work upper layers of the flood layer. They're much richer, and the first foot of material really has most gold. And if you can find bedrock where that material settles right, you're gonna have a day like I did a couple weeks ago, or a couple weeks ago video for you guys. We're at a 5 and almost a quarter gram day, but that's just because the way the water is right there and it's shallow, and all the gold just sat on bedrock. There's about 10 grams of gold in this hole that I'm working that's been sitting here. But going deeper doesn't always mean more gold. What's happening is this gash is full of material of ground up slate bedrock, like the stuff that the camera's sitting on. What happened is over the years, the harder rocks have tumbled over the softer slate, and it's filled that hole up. So I'm not expecting a whole lot of gold. It's all just heavy slate and black sand. There's a lot of micro gold in there. So we might see a great micro gold pan, but not anything huge. Unless we get down to the bottom of that crevice and there's just a bunch of nuggets sitting there. But I to this day, I haven't been able to get down to one of those because every time it gets deep, it's just too deep to even scoop out. So we'll see. I'm hoping this, since I'm at the end of the gash, it's much shallower, and maybe there's some nuggets down there, but that's the goal. Let's go ahead and keep working this and see what we get. Well, we're finally getting down to the bottom, and I just got a scoop, and I just saw two really nice sized flakes. They weren't huge, but they were bigger than anything I've been getting. Oh, and I'm seeing chunky gold. Is there really gold down there? No way. So this is all, the smaller stuff is all from the flood material, but I did see a big old flake, and then I did see possibly a couple other chunkier pieces. So we're gonna get a test pan and see what happens. See if we can't get some really, really nice gold down there. Maybe there is some good gold after all. To be honest, I did not think there was going to be anything down there in that gash because there's just such small gold on the way down, but could be loaded. There could be ounces of gold. There could be grams. There could be a huge nugget. So that's what we're finding out today. Let's get some material and pan it out. I really did not think it was possible to get to the bottom. Everywhere I've tried is too deep. Now, right here, it might be the shallowest part, and then I get deeper as we follow. I'm pretty sure this gash is about 100 to 200 feet long because we got a couple of them above. So I keep finding these deep holes with a lot of this material. Maybe they are full. We'll see. Let's see what we get from Scoop. I'm hoping there is a bunch of gold down there. All right, we're down to the black sands now. My hopes aren't gonna be up too high just because there's a good chance that flake could have fallen in from that bedrock that I cleared off next to it, where I was getting that 5 grams in one day. There's just so many flakes over there. Maybe it just slid down into that hole, or maybe there is a bunch of really good gold down there. We'll find out right here. So here we go. Oh wow, it's not amazing, but it's bigger than anything we've been getting. So it is getting a little bit better. No huge flakes like I thought. Maybe I got 2 huge ones. But let's go ahead and keep clearing that off, and then maybe we'll get down there and see if there's really anything at the bottom. That's the goal. All right, we are down to the bottom of the gash, and I think I see gold. I don't know if it is or not. We're gonna dive down there and grab it and see what that is. Might not have been anything. Oh, it's just pyrite. Thought it was a big old flake. It'll get you, man. All right, well, we're gonna go ahead and do a clean out, see what we got. I did fan away and I didn't see much more gold. That piece that I saw was just slate that looked like gold. But let's have a look here. Look at all that pile of micro gold. That's actually pretty cool. And then there's that big flake somewhere off that bottom there. Really not sure where it came from. I'm not seeing any more like that, but let's go ahead and do a clean out and see what else we got. Hopefully something good, so let's do it. All right, well, here's that big flake. I thought it was much bigger. Obviously the water makes it look massive, but there is a lot of small gold right there. So that material working down is full of micro gold. It's just not anything big, but we'll see if there's anything else decent in here. So let's clean this out, see what we get when we pan it down. All right, we'll find out if it's worth continuing and cleaning out that huge trench. Probably not. From what I've heard, is it's better to actually dig over there, and we'll see. About to find out. I've had better luck working the top foot so far, so which makes sense, I guess. Here we go. Let's do a pan back together. See what we got for maybe an hour or two worth of work. A lot of micro gold. Oh, there's another nice flake. Yes, there is some gold down there. Definitely could be better. But yeah, so for an hour worth of work or 2 hours worth of work, I'd say we could definitely do better. But still, there is gold in that stuff. It just, we'll see. I'm probably gonna plan on trying some other stuff and see what happens. All right. Well, I know there's lots of decent material over here to work, but from what I heard is if I can go on that inside bend and work my way into the bedrock, supposedly you can get a lot of gold. So I don't know, should I give that a try for the last couple hours of the day, see if it's worth it? I know it's a lot of work and I only have a limited amount of time, so could also go work that hole more and see what happens. Well, I was looking around, I took a little bit of a lunch, and I decided I am gonna dig right here behind this rock. And first scoop I get a really good pan. Check this out. It's not amazing, but it's on the right track. And this is just the scraping off the bedrock starting. I haven't even got down very far. And look at that gold, wow. And we got some heavies in there. What we're gonna do is work this pool right here. Well, there was a little bit of open bedrock, so what I'd like to do is start from the open bedrock and just case it down. It basically goes down into a big pool, and I have a feeling once we get down there, it's going to look amazing. So we'll slowly build up this wall right here to redirect the water away from this pool so we could dig down there. So let's do it. All right, so I chose a new spot. The other one was dying out, and it's looking promising. I did one test pan. Basically, how I chose this spot is I threw some bedrock right there where that white water was, and I started digging off of it. And here's the first test pan. Let's see, I have to find a better spot to really pan. It's really hard to do it right here. Whew. There's the spot right here. Right here. Here's it's all about just finding bedrock, and then you basically just shoot off the bedrock and you get all kinds of flood gold, and sometimes it's really big. Look at that. Not bad, not bad. Lots of lead too, which is promising. That might mean there's something big down there. All right, it's the end of the day, but before we go, so the bedrock I was working comes in like a chute, and I've been fanning way down there, and there's so much gold. So what I'm gonna do is record and show you guys the little tub. I love working spots like this. Basically what happens is the bedrock creates a little chute and a lot of gold settles in there. So let's have a look. Also check out this quartz rock I found. It's clear. Sure, if you hold it up to the sun. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, let's see if we can't see some gold.
As you can see, it goes like that.
All right, guys, it's the end of the day. We did not do too bad. I got a skedaddle, but I will show you guys how much we got when we get home. I thought I did pretty bad until I looked at the end results, and I think we might have hit our 2-gram goal. I was hoping for 3 grams, but we'll see when we get home. The average so far has been 2.5 grams. I haven't got less than that, which is pretty awesome. So we'll see. Let's go ahead and hike out and see how much gold we got. I want to thank you guys for watching. Also, a huge shout out to any new channel members right here. I really do appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. You help the channel out a lot. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. All right, we made it back to the house. Here is the gold all dried up. I'm surprised there was gold way down at the trench. It makes me want to do a part 2. So if we end up getting like 500 likes on this video, I'll end up doing a part 2, and we'll go and continue that trench. But there was a lot of smaller gold. Most of this big flood gold came from towards the end of the day when I worked more of that upper layer of material on the other side. So let's see what we got. This is what was down there. Maybe there's a couple more of these. Here we go. 0.1. Sorry, my fan's on, so it's not gonna be too accurate. But here we go. The goal was to get 2 to 3 grams. Let's see if we can hit it. Oh, well, we might have hit 2. Oh wow! What the? 3.2. Wow, that's amazing. 3 1/4. Not a bad day at all. Well, I know I'm going to be working a lot more flood material. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Also, a huge shout out to my channel members and Patreon members listed up on the screen. If you guys would like to help support the channel, consider checking out my website mishaboylan.com. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. He's chasing dreams of gold worldwide. Misha passes dreams with pride, shining nuggets in the daylight. With every scoop, this tale's untold, a YouTuber digging up the gold.